A very good evening to you and welcome to Hope TV News Watch on this 12th day of May 2022. My name is Kennedy Kimani and assisting the sign language interpretation is Boniface Mureithi. You can engage us on our various social media platforms at HopeTV_KE and at Kennedy Kimani_ on Twitter. The hashtag to use is Hope TV News Watch. Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta and Deputy President William Ruto came face-to-face today in a cabinet meeting held at State House in Nairobi. President Kenyatta chaired the country's first full cabinet meeting in over a year, at a time where his deputy has been criticizing him following their fallout. Dickens Luvanda begins our bulletin with the following story.
For the first time in over a year, President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto came face-to-face in a cabinet meeting at State House in Nairobi. President Kenyatta on Thursday convened and chaired the first cabinet meeting in 2 years' time, and he invited his deputy, with Ruto having accused his boss in the past few months of not inviting him to cabinet meetings. According to Ruto, he had not attended cabinet meetings after his duties were handed over to Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i.
Na wale ambao walipeleka majukumu yangu wakapelekea watu wengine, alafu saa hizi wanasema ati mimi sijatekeleza. My friends, kuna msemo unaosema mbwa mwitu wakitaka kula watoto wake anasema wananukia kama mbuzi, because they want to eat their children.
Ruto faced some of the cabinet secretaries who have always slammed him for trying to paint the government as ineffective, and also his boss President Kenyatta, who during this year's Labor Day celebrations asked him to resign and let him look for a person who can assist him to deliver on his campaign pledges.
Kwa wapi badala ya kunisaidia kuondoa hiyo shida, wewe uko kwa soko kusema ulizeni ule, na wewe unajiita kiongozi na unajiita ati wewe ndio sijui namba ngapi katika nchi ya Kenya.
He also attends the meeting having taken on his boss head-on in response, insisting that he had not abdicated his duties and that President Kenyatta should not blame him for the failure of the people he replaced him with to deliver.
Mimi nimetekeleza wajibu wangu kama naibu wa rais, na yale yote nilihitajika kufanya na rais mimi nimeyatekeleza. Na mimi kama naibu wa rais, I have no outstanding assignment. I have no outstanding requirement. I have no outstanding advice that is due to the President of Kenya. Every advice that has been sought in my office, I have given that advice. So those who are telling me that I have not discharged my responsibility, they should be honest to the people of Kenya and tell them which responsibility was required of me that I did not discharge.
In the cabinet meeting, the attendants discussed issues to do with the national and international importance. According to a statement from the State House, the cabinet is expected to sit every Thursday to discuss pertinent issues affecting the government as Uhuru's term nears end. Dickens Luvanda, Hope TV News Watch.
Thank you so much, Dickens, for that report. Now, moving on, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition has called out the Kenya Kwanza alliance as unfit to lead the nation, saying that they have discovered that the opponents have devised strategies to divide leadership positions as previously proposed in the BBI. Speaking in Malindi earlier today, the Azimio leaders expressed their disappointment at the move by UDA to plan for the distribution of leadership positions if they clinch power in the August polls. Tess Njenga now reports.
Azimio la Umoja One Kenya has accused the Kenya Kwanza Alliance of political conmanship, saying that they are unfit to lead the nation. Addressing the media in Malindi, Suna East Member of Parliament Junet Mohammed said the politics of fraud must be curbed.
Tunaonea huruma wale watu ambaye wamekuwa conned jana. Tunaonea hao huruma kwa sababu hawa ni viongozi ambaye tunawaheshimu. Ni viongozi ambaye walidanganywa ati sisi hatutaki BBI, si hatutaki vyeo, tunataka kusaidia mama mboga, tunataka kusaidia mama siji boda boda. Unapewa cheo ambaye haiko kwa katiba. Musalia Mudavadi unapewa cheo ambaye haiko ati 14 days after Ruto is elected. Who told him Ruto will be elected? He is going to do an executive order to appoint Musalia Mudavadi. Really?
Junet further urged Kenyans to reject Deputy President William Ruto's politics, calling him insincere.
You can only fool some people for some time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time, Bwana Ruto. Let us allow Ruto to fool Musalia, Wetangula, King and Mutua, among others. But let us tell Ruto he can't fool all of us.
Mombasa Governor Hassan Joho, echoing Jeanette's sentiments, said the political positions created by UDA would never resolve the challenges facing ordinary Kenyans.
So mimi nataka niwaambie hawa ndugu zetu, mumeona mnatembea na mtu lusu, mtu mfisadi, mtu mdhabdhabina, mtu hana ukweli, mtu baradhuli, amueni, it's never too late for you.
Politicians were also warned against using the Mombasa port as a political tool.
We have an agenda that is clear. If you listen to our conversations, we're going to rethink and relook entirely on the policies that will be responsive to the economic demand of different regions. Now, mkisikiza vile sisi tunasema the way we'll handle the port, we do not need to reinvent the wheel. The port was functioning earlier. There were change policy issues that were not looked at critically, and we have said tutaangalia hizo vitu na zingine, lakini maneno ya kusema sijui
that you have allocated the port to a party. Tupa.
Reporting for Hope TV News Watch, I'm Tess Njenga.
Thank you so much, Tess, for that report. Still in the political scene, now there is a fresh war in the Kenya Kwanza alliance, which has been brought about by the entry of Machakos Governor Alfred Mutua into the coalition. UDA Chairman Johnston Muthama has castigated Governor Mutua for allegedly making empty promises to the people of Machakos County and taking credit for projects he has yet to undertake and implement, and he will not work with Mutua until he repents. Now, in response, Governor Mutua has dismissed UDA party Muthama's sentiments as sideshows, adding that leadership is about work that can be seen and not tantrums and propaganda.
Watu ambao hawataki maendeleo, wanataka tu kubwa na kujitafutia. Hawa watu ni ile sera ya zamani. Tusiwajali. Sisi tuko sera mpya tukiwa Kenya Kwanza na William Ruto ya kusonga mbele. Ukisikia mtu anaropokwa mambo ya uongo na watu wanajua ni uongo, mjue ya kwamba huyo mtu pengine tumuombee na pengine apelekwe hospitali. Pengine kichwa, unajua ukizeeka kichwa inaenda namna hii. Tumuombee kwa sababu na tumpende kwa sababu watu kama wanadanganyana hadharani na watu wazima wanaona iko kasoro mahali, anataka maombi. Kwa hivyo naomba wachungaji tuanzie kuombea viongozi wetu, waache propaganda, tuseme ukweli, tushikane mikono, tuitishe kura kwa amani, ndio sisi tuendelee mbele kama watu wa amani. Kama mimi mtu wa Nyendike tai, mimi mtu wa amani. Niliona vurugu huko nitazimia, nikaachana nao, nikaenda mahali tunaenda Kwanza, kwa sababu maendeleo chapchap nitakao kwa Kwanza. Na ndio watu wetu wapate maendeleo ya hapa chini, watu wapate kila kitu, pesa kwa mfuko, tukiwa na William Ruto tusonge mbele.
Now, the Constitution and Reform Education Consortium has today convened its civil society organizations membership to deliberate on the state of the nation. Speaking during the press briefing, CRECO has questioned the emerging high numbers of individuals with integrity issues seeking political positions, reiterating that it is dangerous for the country's democracy. CRECO now wants IEBC and EACC to bar individuals with integrity issues from seeking elective positions in the August polls.
We have taken note of the emerging high numbers of individuals with integrity issues seeking for political positions and even coercing the voters. This is very dangerous for our democracy and the electoral positions that we have achieved so far. And therefore, it's going to end up having many county assemblies, National Assembly, and the Senate filled with people with questionable integrity issues.
Close to 12 years after the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, there is yet to be enacted a specific legislation to operationalize this constitutional provision on gender equality. Consequently, the Kenyan Parliament has been wrongly castigated for failure to enact the relevant legislation. In an effort to mitigate this, the IBC issued a directive that political parties need to comply with the 2-thirds gender rule in their list of nominees.
We as CRECO, we are therefore requesting the IBC and AACC and not to clear these individuals with integrity issues to contest for any elective position. We also appeal to voters not to vote these individuals with integrity issues because they will cost the country its heritage and image.
Our duty is placed on all institutions to ensure that that gender rule is fulfilled for gender equality in the elective and appointive position. Therefore, CRECO call upon state and non-state actors to pool their efforts to ensure the fulfillment of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 in this question of that gender rule, especially in this context of elections.
On that note, we'll now take a short commercial break, but we'll be back shortly with more news. See you on the other side.
Join us every Sunday for unlimited, uplifting, powerful worship, only on Extended Worship.
Welcome back. Now, this year's Madaraka Day celebrations will be held at Uhuru Gardens in Nairobi County. The historical park, located along Langata Road, was remodeled into an ultra-modern public utility by the KDF. While giving an update on the preparations today, Interior PS Karanja Kibisho said that the preparations are 90% done and at least 30,000 people will be accommodated at the event.
Because of the significance of this particular Madaraka Day, being the last Madaraka Day for this regime, we decided that it will be good that we come and celebrate it here and break the tradition that we've set of celebrating these in counties. So this Madaraka Day will be celebrated here in Uhuru Gardens. And we are here today to just check what the technical committee has been doing over the last few months, trying to ensure that this venue is ready for the celebration. Not much work, and as far as infrastructure is concerned, like you can see, it's all complete because this is where we did our celebrations 6 months ago. So largely the works left then to give character to these celebrations, ensure that the small things about the program are well taken care of, and the hosting of the approximately 30,000 Kenyans who will be hosted here is ready. So we've had our meeting and gone through what's supposed to be done, and I can proudly say that we are 90% ready.
Now, with the FGM prevalence rate in West Pokot standing at 74%, World Vision Organization has launched a 4-year anti-FGM project in Pokot North Sub-County. So as to eradicate the vice, the project seeks to lay a strong foundation on prevention and response to FGM, early and enforced marriages, school dropout cases, and child protection concerns. Dolly Murigi has more.
Due to increased cases of cross-border female genital mutilation (FGM) and early forced marriages in West Pokot, World Vision Organization has launched a 4-year $330,000 Alale anti-FGM project in Pokot North Sub-County to eradicate the virus. Alale ward borders the neighboring country of Uganda in more than 200 kilometers stretch from Kapenguria town, has been a hibernation site for FGM and early forced marriage perpetrators who also cross over to hide to escape the law. World Vision Child Protection Officer Teresa Chipto noted that project will create awareness on these vices for improved community knowledge, changed community and stakeholders' attitude, and reduce violation of the right of children.
This is a project that is going to address a very big challenge that we have been reporting all through, and a project that we've been fighting to be addressed. And it's a project that is going to work to address issues of child protection, issues of child marriage and FGM in Kenya and even in Uganda.
Chepto added that the organization will support survivors to acquire functional literacy through the accelerated learning programs or functional literacy classes, which will enhance reintegration of children who has been rescued with a parent or kin at institutions.
We have been experiencing issues of cross-border FGM, where perpetrators run to FGM, to shelter from security people, or sometimes even people from Uganda, they run to Kenya for the same safety. But this time we are saying that we are bringing change along the borders.
Children married are very high and have affected girls' education in the region, and the organization seeks to strengthen collaborative framework between child protection actors at grassroots along the borders of Uganda and Kenya in Alale. Pokot North Sub-County Deputy County Commissioner James Ajwang has put chiefs and assistants all notice, saying that he will be required to give report on a weekly basis on how children have gone to school.
Tumegundua kwa kuna shida mingi sehemu hizi, maeneo haya tukiangalia watoto wana shida mingi kabisa, shida za ndoa za mapema, shida ya FGM, shida ya shule, watoto wengi hawaendi shule. Hata ukizungusha tu picha sahihi kidogo utaona watoto wengi ambao wametosha umri wa kwenda shule lakini hawaendi shule. So tunataka tujaribu kuinua sehemu hii kimasomo, tujaribu kuinua sehemu hii katika kupigania haki za watoto, mambo ya FGM.
Dolly Mwirigi, Hope TV.
20-year-old Ruth Senjo, who is a survivor of female genital mutilation, has dedicated her life to teach parents and young girls to abandon the retrogressive cultural practice that is rampant in Suswa, Narok East Sub-County. Senjo was forced to face the cut, which she recounts was so painful and cannot wish it to any girl.
Mimi kwa nyumba yetu nilikuwa mtoto wa number 5. Tulikuwa watoto 7. Baba alikuwa na wake 5. Mama alikuwa mdogo. Sasa kati ya watoto 7, mama hakuwa na uwezo na baba hakuwa na uwezo. Sisi tukapeana kwa shosho tukiwa 3. Sasa mpaka saa hii bado tu maisha bado ni ngumu. Naingia kwa shamba sasa, kama kuna mavibarua na huku sisi wa vibarua ni season. Wakati tu kunanyesha ndio unapata vibarua ya kupanda na kupalilia, ndio mtoto apate kitu ya kukula. Sasa venye nilisumbuka sana mpaka hata nilikuwa nasikia kabisa sasa mimi si stahili, mimi si mtu mwenye hata wenzangu saizi kuna wenye wamegraduate kitambo, saizi kuna madaktari, kuna walimu, na mimi hapa ninangoja mavibarua.
Katika mahali ninafanya nimefundisha watu kama Ruth. Ruth alikuwa hali ya chini sana, ameoleka akiwa mtoto na akanikuta katika hii kijiji letu. Nikaona alikuwa amevunjika moyo sana. Nikamfundisha juu alikuwa amekeketwa akiwa mtoto. Tena akapeanwa aoleke akiwa bado ni mdogo na amejifungua nyumbani kwao. Yeye akaona kama amefika mwisho. Nikamfikia, hakuwa anaweza kufanya lolote. Alikuwa amenyamazia tu kwa boma, hahudhurii mkutano ya wamama. Ni ile hali tu ya kuvunjika moyo. Nikamuongelesha. Hata mimi mwenyewe nimefanyiwa kitu kama ukeketaji. Nikamuongelesha kama mama, kumwambia bado kuna tumaini.
Now to some education matters. The process of identifying and vetting students who will benefit from the Elimu Scholarship Program in Nyeri County has kicked off. Elimu Scholarship Program is a government project that ensures needy students who score 250 marks and above in the KCP exams, especially from informal settlements, are able to join high school. The vetting committee has already done the shortlisting of the applicants.
We shortlisted, we will interview them today and perhaps tomorrow, God willing. After we finish, we are going to embark on planning for home visit. And after home visit, that is when we will come with the final list, which now will be sent, and the successful candidates will be paid for by the government. And that is the tuition fees and any other requirement that they need.
Mtoto wangu haja join form 1, akaja boys high school, kwa maana nimekosa school fees.
I had 342 marks na sija join form 1 because we don't have enough capital for me to enter. Nafanya hapa because maybe naweza pata hiyo scholarship and maybe I can join.
Ningefurahi sana kama ningepata kuona scholarship, nipate kuona mtoto wangu akisomea katika ile shule alikuwa amehitimu.
We've been lucky this time round. We have been given or allocated 68 slots for the informal settlement, which was the area that had been covered mostly last year. This time they have extended, as the chairman said, and we are covering even in the other sub-counties.
Now, over 37,000 students in 60 primary schools across 18 counties from hard-to-reach communities across the country will benefit from the initiative run by Kenyan supermodel Ajuma Nasenyana in partnership with money transfer fintech Chipakash, which seeks to boost literacy levels in rural parts of the country. Speaking during the project briefing in Nairobi, Ajuma Nasenyana said the COVID-19 pandemic has taken an economic toll on families, especially in rural areas of Kenya, disrupting learning and supply of educational resources for young learners.
This is about access to education, access to the tools for education, to be honest. I know we are going to Taita Taveta and the rest of the counties this week. It does not matter. Those tribes and whatnot, the plight of the child who does not have an exercise book is the same. Whichever part of the country that we have gone, it is the same. And I think that is the real eye-opener, that we are actually solving a real problem through the initiative that the Ajuma Foundation and Ajuma yourself you've come up with.
I felt like, you know what, I am going to raise funds for writing materials for children. You know, because at this point, is it better to feed the children or give them writing material? I decided to take that burden off the parents and provide writing material. But I did not want to just, you know, come home, go to a supermarket and buy any other exercise books, because they promoted so much Western culture. On the cover of the books, you had Marvel, you had Disney, you know, while we had our own rich culture that we could actually, you know, promote to our children.
And that story takes us to a second commercial break. When we come back, I'll get to inform you on everything you need to know in the world of business and sports.
Hope TV is now available on GoTV Channel 103, Zuku Channel 873, Signet Channel 817 and Star Times Channel 026. Enjoy our uplifting content and family-friendly programming anytime. Hope TV, you look and live.
Welcome back. Now let's get down to business. Unisure Group, MUA Insurance and Smart Applications International has announced an official strategic partnership marking an important milestone for the insurance industry. The partnership is expected to provide quality medical insurance and service delivery to a larger number of members who previously would not have had access to this level of international cover.
Today is a culmination of many dreams that many of us have nurtured patiently over several years, and that is what has brought us to the partnership that we are witnessing today between three great companies with a common ambition to deliver excellence.
This partnership is extremely important for us. It's extremely important for us to introduce it to the media and to the country in general, because we feel that through working with different partners, we're able to reach larger markets. We are able to change how things have been done in the past, and we want to celebrate that.
The main challenges that have plagued insurance in this market, provision of medical insurance for that matter, arise from looking at the costs, that the healthcare costs in Kenya are prevalently high. The second thing is the use of technology to provide efficiencies, and we have come in that particular space to provide ways and means that insurance can digitally administer their products and therefore reduce their operational costs.
You've got financial crisis, you've got economic crisis, political crisis, environmental crisis. And COVID-19 is one example of that. So people need protection, medical protection. And thanks to Unisure, thanks to smart technology, it is the unique occasion to distribute this product to more and more people. And this is our impact to at large.
The then Consulate General for the Mauritius Consulate in Kenya was a principal shareholder of SMART. In fact, the consulate sat in International House, the very same building where SMART was born. That's the late Dr. Chris Kirubi. And he's one of the people whose dreams we are manifesting here today.
Moving on, Siemens is set to quit the Russian market due to the war in Ukraine, taking at least a $360 million hit to its business. The German industrial and technology group has become the latest multinational to do so following the start of what Moscow calls its special military operation. Siemens employs 3,000 people in Russia, where it's been active for 170 years. And now let's shift gears to some sporting action, where the Kenya Rugby Union has parted ways with the Kenya Sevens coach Innocent Simiyu, and appointed Brighton Damian McGrath will take over from Simiyu for a period of 2 years, which will see the Englishman guide the team to the 2024 Paris Olympics. Former Kenya Lionesses Sevens coach Kevin Wambua will deputize McGrath, while the 2016 Singapore Sevens winning strength and conditioning coach Geoffrey Kimani returns in the same capacity to the team. Now, Alejandro Garnacho scored twice as Manchester United were crowned the champions of the 2021-2022 FA Youth Cup in front of the biggest crowd in the competition's history, with the young Red Devils beating Nottingham Forest 3-1 at the Old Trafford. United took the lead in the 13th minute, courtesy of a header from captain Reece Bennett. Forest hit back before halftime as Josh Powell equalized. However, Garnacho, who was named as United's under-18th player of the year before kickoff, restored the home side's lead with a penalty. Garnacho scored twice in stoppage time to seal United's victory. Moving on, Kevin De Bruyne bagged a quadruple of his own as Manchester City cantered to a 5-1 win over Wolves on Wednesday to stay ahead of Liverpool in the title race. City's midfield talisman netted 4 times to ensure his side remained 3 points ahead of their title rivals with just 2 league games remaining. Tonight, Arsenal will face Tottenham Hotspurs in a potentially decisive fixture of the top 4 race. And finally, Ajax are officially the 2021-2022 Eredivisie champions, with a match to spare after defeating Heerenveen 5-0 in the Johan Cruyff Arena on Wednesday evening. The Amsterdam Giants got into the match knowing that a victory will see them land the trophy. For Ajax boss Erik ten Hag, who will depart the club at the end of the season to take the Manchester United managerial position. It was his third Eredivisie League title in 4 seasons with the club. For news tonight, many thanks to you for watching Hope TV News Watch. On behalf of the whole team that made this bulletin a success, have yourself a good night. My name is Kennedy Kimani, and Boniface Murithi has been the sign language interpreter.
We don't know why, but Friday sees more smiles than any other weekday.
Come on and
We'd like to be part of the reasons you smile. Every Friday at 11:30 a.m. on Hope Junction, we play the latest jams plus your requests.
This is my God, my strength and song, be glorified.
If your favorite song tells your story better, let the whole world hear it.
Look to Jesus.